Hello! This past Friday, September 20th, may be remembered as the largest global demonstration so far in the fight against the climate crisis and protecting planet Earth. Inspired by Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, young people around the world have organized to skip school and go out in the streets to protest against the climate crisis and the adults who aren't doing enough to transition off of fossil fuels. There were 2,500 events organized in over 150 countries, and according to 350.org, a major environmental advocacy group and a co-organizer of these events, there were more than 4 million people worldwide who took part in this. It was great to see so many people, many of whom are students representing the generation of the future, asking governments to protect planet Earth by improving environmental laws and strengthening renewable energies, as well as protesting against the profiteering and short-termism of greedy corporations. Demonstrators and activists also showed that they are determined to make changes in their daily life in order to improve their environmental footprint. In this sense, I think it is great that people are trying to reduce their plastic usage, carpool more, and reduce the use of electricity at home. All of this is very important, demanding from our governments, protesting against corporations, reducing, reusing, and recycling. But there is one critical component that lies within each one of us, and it is our responsibility to fulfill. That absolutely critical component to the solution is, very simply put, what we choose to have in our plates and put into our mouth around 4 times a day, every single day. You're probably asking yourself, that's it? Yes, that's it. Because one of the largest, if not the largest, contributors to the global warming and the destruction of our planet is the animal farming industry. Our continents are made of fresh water and land, and the animal farming industry is devastating both. In the US, the animal farming industry uses between 80 to 90% of the water consumed yearly because to produce only 1 pound of beef you need 2,500 gallons of water, which is the equivalent to 145 showers of 8 minutes each. To produce only 1 pound of cheese you need 900 gallons of water, which is the equivalent of 52 showers of 8 minutes each. And to produce only 1 pound of eggs, you need 477 gallons of water, which is the equivalent to 28 showers of 8 minutes each. Water is not the only resource that is massively used by the animal farming industry. Land is also massively used by the industry. Livestock and the crops to feed them cover up 45% of Earth's total land. It takes about 2 to 5 acres to grow the food to feed only 1 cow, and there are about 1 billion cows today on Earth. So you do the math. In addition, there are 768 million pigs, 1 billion sheep, and 23 billion chickens, to name the most commonly slaughtered animals. As the human population of meat, dairy, and egg eaters grows, there is an impending need to access more forested land to feed the growing population of farm animals. This leads to major deforestation. The animal farming industry is responsible for up to 91% of the Amazon deforestation. 1 to 2 acres of rainforest are cleared every single second. Were you sad in the last few weeks with all the news of the Amazon forest burning up? Of course you were. The destruction of the forest devastates our planet and enhances climate change. Now you understand the reason why it was clearing up space for the animal farming industry. Make the connection. Take responsibility. Stop consuming the products of the animal farming industry. Stop forest fires. Our oceans. You are concerned by the plastic, and you're right. But do you know that the waste of the livestock operations on land is drained into the oceans? That drain has created more than 500 dead zones in our oceans, and around the world flooded with nitrogen and other toxics. On top of that, every year, as many as 2.7 trillion marine animals are pulled from the ocean, leading to 3/4 of the world's fisheries being exploited or depleted. our atmosphere. You are concerned with the fossil fuels and the CO2 emissions, and you are right to be concerned about this. But a big part of these emissions are done by the animal farming industry, by pulling animals out of the oceans, and the transportation of taking food to the animals in the farm, then taking the animals from the farm to the slaughterhouse, and then the dead bodies of the animals into the supermarkets and restaurants. Remember, we are about 7.5 billion humans moving around, but there are about 70 billion farm animals moving around every single year. And yet, CO2 is only the most publicized terminal emission, not the most serious one. Methane gas carries a global warming potential 86 times as much as CO2 on a 20-year time frame. It would be funny if it wasn't sad that the major source of methane gas is animals' farm farts. Cows produce 150 billion gallons of methane every single day. And this is another great reason why you should ditch the products of the animal farming industry. Because the animal farm industry is responsible for 18% of the greenhouse gas emissions, more than the exhaust of all the transportation combined. On land, fresh water, oceans, and the atmosphere, the animal farm industry is devastating our planet and enhancing climate change. We have no planet B, so stop consuming animal farm industry products. This is the personal responsible action that you should take side by side with the collective responsible action of demonstrating every single Friday. Each and every one of us has the personal responsibility to choose not to have animal products on our plates. This is how you will drastically reduce your environmental footprint. And also, by doing so, you will stop supporting with your dollars an industry that is destroying our planet and, of course, causing so much harm and pain to innocent sentient beings. Such a personal determination will be felt by the greedy corporations in the food sectors and also greedy corporations in other sectors, and they will take note of this. Such determination will show politicians what kind of leaders this generation aims to have. By choosing to be vegan, in only one day you will be saving 1,100 gallons of water, which is the equivalent of 65 showers of 8 minutes each. 45 pounds of grains, 30 square feet of forested land, 20 pounds of CO2 equivalent, and one life of an innocent sentient being. Imagine embracing this as your ecological way of life. If you want to learn more, there are so many more resources, which I will be linking some of them down in the description below, and you should do some of your own research if you're still not convinced that choosing to live a vegan lifestyle is the best contribution that you can have to the solution. So remember, you can change global warming by changing what you put on your plate and into your mouth.